If that turns out to be a key, Big Mo's going to get things going.
Ladies and gentlemen, this main event of the evening is scheduled for 7 3-minute rounds in the welterweight division and is brought to you live on the Stadium app. Our referee in charge when the bell rings, Mr. Bobby Wambacher. This bout is for the Police Gazette Diamond World Welterweight Championship and the BYB Welterweight Championship of the World. So, London, I need you all to get up out of your seats, raise your drinks high, and get wild! Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. He stands 5 feet 9 inches tall. He weighed in at 143.5 pounds. He comes to us with an undefeated bare knuckle record of 2 wins, 0 losses. And he fights out of Canton, Ohio, USA, Seth Schaefer. And his opponent fighting out of the red corner. He stands 5 feet 8 inches tall. He weighed in at 144.2 pounds. He holds a bare knuckle record of 4 wins, 1 loss. And he fights out of Mexico City, Mexico. Introducing Carlos Diamante Guerra.
All right, gentlemen, this is the main event. We've been through the rules in the back. I expect a good, clean fight. Obey my commands at all times. Protect yourself at all times. Touch them up if you want.
Scheduled for 7 rounds. The winner takes home some diamonds and the BYB Welterweight Championship belt. Carlos Guerra and Seth Schaefer. Here we go. Seth Schaefer.
Ooh.
Started training, he said, to give himself a better life. He said, I'm an angry person, but I have control over it. Anger management. Carlos Guerra is ultra talented and landing early.
Under the chin from underneath.
That's that Muay Thai, Robin.
Yes, sir. And now both clinching. Ooh.
And this is why Carlos having a fight scheduled next month isn't a good idea.
He's looking for that uppercut again. There's one.
He's trying to leverage it. He's trying to, you see how he's getting his legs into it.
And watch for a spin from Carlos Guerra. It's got one of the greatest highlight reel finishes in bare knuckle.
I did a breakdown of it on Instagram. As he spun, the threat, your brain is trying to figure out what's happening, and then he throws a hook. Not a spinning back fist, that's not legal, but a spin, and then to set up the hook.
Which, in his Muay Thai day, like the spinning back fist MMA, works.
Yes, of
and
course.
I said immediately the discipline he showed in turning it into a boxing finish, if you will, Robin, was spectacular.
He snuck a little right hand in tight there. Schaefer is leaning into these now.
Yeah, he is.
I tell you, Schaefer's not easy to discourage.
No.
No. And he
because Toby Misak got off to a good start, Paul.
Yeah, I tell you. He's undaunted. Guerra can
and
fight.
That's what Rodriguez talked about, Robin. That's what Jeremiah said. You know, he takes punishment and he keeps coming.
Yeah, and when he throws punches, he throws them like with totality of self. Like his whole body is behind these punches.
What a great start.
Both guys looking for that Thai plum. Yeah, both guys have worked well in it so far.
And Carlos will believe he's better in there, but so far Seth has been equal to him inside there.
Yeah, some blood on the face of Seth Schaefer.
He doesn't mind.
I tell you though, Seth starts to break you down, and he's starting to become to be the more active guy here as the round wears on.
And you know, these punches up here that he's, that's a hard one. They're going to set up that body shot he likes too. Being able, coming up from underneath will open up that body shot.
Interesting that he's fighting the Mexican who may also want to go to the body. It's going to be interesting to see how that plays out.
Poison arrows all over.
Yep. With a love for Julio Cesar Chavez Sr., who threw many poison arrows during his great career. What a great start to our main event of the evening.
Jeez.
Oh, good shot to the body by Guerra.
Yeah, in the high rib cage.
I
mean, they are just standing and
three
rocked
lefts
him.
in a row by Schaefer. Rock Guerra. Now he just went to the body. Good moment here by Seth Schaefer.
Very good. Just all offense. His mind defaults to offense.
But he's thinking because he went down to the body as well. In a close attacking round, that might have won him the round.
Yeah.
Good mixture.
Carlos looked up at the screen, and you wonder if he's looking, oh, I wonder if I'm cut. Like, you cannot be thinking about that. That's a problem for tomorrow.
Yeah.
That is not a problem for today.
Absolutely, Robin. You got to keep your head all psychologically in this fight because Seth Schaefer is not the kind of guy you can only dedicate part of your brain to.
Yep.
Some of the action from the round.
And they both had good moments, but Seth's big,
that was the beginning.
Yeah.
That was the beginning of the round where Guerra had a good moment, but by the end of the round, it was Schaefer controlling the round.
Digging to the body and throwing upstairs. But Schaefer, yeah, just kind of methodically puts them together. Uppercuts, just sort of pawing from underneath, but that will open up that liver. And you're already moving in that way.
Those are the left hands that got Guerra's attention to hurt him. And then you're gonna notice a nice body shot right there, just for good measure.
Had him covering up his face.
Yep.
You can only deploy defenses so much, right? You can't cover everything.
And look at the black eye of Guerra from that last exchange of the round.
The face of Guerra is definitely swollen. And Schaefer looking to bust him up some more.
Ooh.
Man, you could hear that one.
Tucks the knuckles around the elbow.
Almost like, I don't know, Schaefer has such a poker face. It's almost like he's at peace when he's in there, you know?
Yeah.
He really looks at peace when he's fighting. It's really something, something to see.
And at different times, he seemed anxious and he seemed distracted at other moments. And yet, when he's in here, this is where he, where the world makes sense to him in here.
Yep, he's in his zone, man. This is where it all comes together for him, and he's doing some great work.
Yeah, he's busting up the face of Carlos Guerra.
And now Guerra's cut, so you can forget about that fight next month.
Yep. That
busted from his nose,
rematch
too.
of Lion Fight, Muay Thai in Vegas.
Those are the body shots.
He's going to go to the head now.
So is his chance of walking away the champion here.
Yep. Those head shots.
More importantly, like you said, Paulie.
Oof. And he's getting to the body a lot, too, I tell you. These body shots are starting to really slow down Guerra more.
Guerra's still throwing back, but yeah, he is feeling it. Oh. Tucks it around the side. Now punches to get the hands up.
But we talk about in the open, the body shots that are utilized with great precision and great, I would say perfection almost, with Seth Schaefer.
A mask of blood on the face of Carlos Guerra.
And this is just round number 2.
Jeez. Sometimes we use the word methodical, but that's what Seth looks like. He's just methodically coming in here and disassembling this man.
Yep, undaunted by anything Guerra's doing. And there's some good things Guerra has done in this fight, but Schaefer has been undaunted, and now he's taking full advantage.
This is what people think of when they think of BYB, just the two of them covered in red liquid.
In the pressure that Seth is putting on Carlos Guerra, and he may finish him right here.
He really
the pressure he's putting on him
the body
is
shot.
not allowing
Another body shot
to fight back. Not allowing him to box. And he may have just finished the fight right here, right now.
You want so desperately to inflate your lungs. But you can't.
It is all over! Just like that! Seth Schaefer is the BYB welterweight champion!
That's just Schaefer. That's a personal thing he's got with his trainer. I think he doesn't want to see him smoking anymore. I think maybe they made a deal where if you win the fight, I'll stop smoking.
Yes, I think you're right.
There's something on there's an inside combo there that people may not be realizing.
Subtle undertones that make full sense to them right now.
The security's yelling at Seth. But I don't think security knows either. I mean, security's trying to do his job. But I think that basically means a lot of emotion there on the part of Seth Schaefer. Another terrific performance by Schaefer.
There's a lot of blood in that fist in the middle, BYB logo. A lot of blood in there. This is a very emotional human being, very emotional human being. You saw that reflected even when talking to his own coach, who presumably he loves, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's a wild character.
Yeah, no, I tell you, it may look crazy at the end of the day, but I think that was out of love.
Yes,
yeah,
100%.
Oh, it was.
I think that yelling at his trainer
you
was
will
out of
stop
love.
smoking now.
Yes.
Yep.
There was definitely a deal made there.
Yes,
where if he wins a fight, if he wins a title, because it's a title fight, you know, he'll stop smoking. So.
It wasn't like he was pulling Jeremiah Rodriguez and saying something. He was talking to his own corner.
Yeah. It is very likely that Seth Schaefer just stopped Carlos Guerra from winning 2 titles.
Yes.
One tonight and one in
Carlos
3
Guerra
weeks.
may not want to fight in England again, because last time he was here, he also was unsuccessful.
Very true.
Yeah, he fought beautifully. He really did. But Seth was just in that flow state, man.
That is not. I'm telling you, it's not going to be easy to unseat Seth as a champion. I'm telling you.
Yeah,
and
it's very true.
Breaks you down, takes the will out of you both with his activity as well as the body punching. So breaks you physically and mentally.
And the serene look on his face.
Yep, and exactly, and a complete poker face.
And Carlos is one of our fighters, Robin, who boxes in there, and you can see the footwork, and it's a small surface, but he'll go into that mode, and then he'll pick his opponent apart. Seth never gave him any space to breathe.
But I'll tell you, Seth also boxes on the inside. There's a Muay Thai plum in there, but he's picking his shots. He's making the shots from upstairs and downstairs. There's a lot of cerebral technique what Seth Schaefer is doing. He's not just throwing shots just to throw them, like not to criticize Josette Cotton last fight, but she was just throwing punches just to throw them, and she was trying to bury Miranda Barber in activity. While Seth Schaefer, on the other hand, is burying his opponents in activity, but it's cerebral activity.
Yes.
He's placing his shots very well and choosing them upstairs and downstairs very, very intelligently.
To make this main event official, Big Mo.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Bobby Wambacher calls a stop to this contest at 42 seconds of the 2nd round, declaring your winner by knockout and the new BYB welterweight champion of the world and the Police Gazette Diamond welterweight champion, Seth Schaefer.
Schaefer is the champion. Beautiful diamonds being given to the champ from our good friend Scott Burt, and a happy Seth Schaefer going back to the Hall of Fame town of Canton, Ohio. Big Mo.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm joined by our new champion, Seth Schaefer. First, let's address something, because I think people at home might have thought that something weird was going on in the ring with your coach here. What's the story here?
So, you know, if anyone knows Jay, he smokes not just marijuana, but cigarettes. And cigarettes are far more worse. I hate it. I hate the secondhand smoke, the smell and whatnot. And even though, you know, I'm rolling around with him when he's driving and stuff, and he's got to smoke. He's got a bad addiction. So I let it go, you know. It's his car, blah, 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 his rules. But he came to me. He was like, I'll make an agreement. If you win this belt, I will stop smoking. I truly, because he's like, I always wanted to try to stop smoking, but it's hard, you know. And he's like, I need really good motivation. He's like, if you win the belt, I'll stop smoking. And I was like, bet, I'm gonna hold you to that. So if you ever see me around him and he smokes and I smack it out of his hand or whatever, don't trip. It's not an assault. He's totally agreed to it, all right? I'm sorry. Hey, Francis Ngannou's brother, I'm sorry. He's like, bro, he's like, you can't do that. What are you doing? Stop. I'm like, bro, I'm sorry, but I just feel, the belt's great and all, and thank you, BYB. I love you guys. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. The belt's great and all, but I don't know, I just like, being able to accomplish things for my friends and family, that's greater than this belt, so.
Now, Seth, now that you're a champion, still undefeated in BYB, I mean, a kid from Canton, Ohio, and now you're standing here winning a bare-knuckle championship in London. Did you at any point think that your life was gonna end up like this?
Not at all. I mean, my adventure started with MMA since I was 15 years old. So I thought if anything, I'd make it to the big leagues there, like UFC. But I got with my coach, Lorenzo, get in here. Come on, man. I got with my coach, Lorenzo Scott. He's an OG in boxing. He had I think it's like his nephew, Desi Ford. He fought Oscar De La Hoya in the Olympics. He has a female world champion. Here, you tell her. What's your female world champion?
Vonda Ward.
Vonda Ward, I mean, most people probably seen her from that highlight reel of Ann Wolfe when Ann Wolfe knocked her out, but she was a female world champion. And his other nephew, my main sparring partner, who made me as good as what I am, me and him kind of had a little bet too, like to see who can get Lorenzo his first male world champion. And even though it's not regular boxing, but boxing's boxing.
Got it now.
So yeah, I was the one. I did it, Johnny. I beat you, boy. But you're next. We're gonna get you a title fight. There's a big show in Cleveland in November. He's fighting on that card. Some high-level pros. Zab Judah's gonna be there. So you should see me if you're in Cleveland and Ohio. Come by, step by. But you'll see me there. So.
Well, Seth, I know the BYB family is proud of you. I know your coaches are proud of you. I know everyone is proud of you back home in Canton, Ohio. Ladies and gentlemen, one more time for your new BYB welterweight champion of the world, Seth Schaefer.
Seth Schaefer. Not only will he knock a cigarette out of his man's mouth, but what if we see him and he's not around? Do we tattle? You know? What is, snitches get stitches.
Maybe if he knows we saw him smoking and we didn't tell him, we might get stitches.
That's a good point. That is great
shot.
motivation for what you just talked about.